We want to bring the best crop possible, best quality, and get a premium for our crop. Because the buyers love quality, and if we don't have quality, there's something wrong. We go the extra mile and spend the extra dollar to bring a good crop in.
You know, when you can look at your grade sheet at the end of the year and you look and you compare it to, you know, what the industry average is, you know, when you've got worm damage under 1%, and you know, guys in different parts of the states are struggling with worm damage at 5%, you know, and it really does, it makes you feel like you actually did your job, you know, and you didn't do it by excessively applying anything or taking a shortcut or just dumb luck. I mean, it was the pest management, it was the planning. You know that the 9 months worth of work that you put into it actually gave you the product that you were hoping for, especially with Mother Nature cooperating.
You produce the best, you're going to get the best price. And you'll have a market available to you at that price that you desire. Mother Nature will do her thing with you, but the end game is to always produce the best you can.
We want to have a very healthful and safe product for families to enjoy. That's number one. But quality goes beyond that. Quality gets into the way you farm, farming techniques you use, the way you treat your employees, what you give to the community as a whole. There's so many things involved in quality, and we try and be mindful of the big picture, not just what we happen to be doing day to day.
I think you can tie the common thread of do more with less through sustainability, and we're in this for a long time and the long haul, and really less inputs, less water, less fertilizer, and trying to obtain the same results. But do more with less really focuses on less waste.
Be responsible with the ground that we have to take care of. I mean, we are here for the long term. And it's our responsibility to take care of what we have. It doesn't do any of us any good to shortcut it.
We follow certain safety procedures within the field, how we apply materials, how we store materials, and we have to keep track of all the records, all our sprays, and we are audited by an independent organization every year.
People in agriculture are usually, in most cases, forward-thinking, because you don't decide you're going to plant the trees today. You have to think ahead. You have to think ahead in the finances, and you have to think ahead in your soils and what type of soils you have and what types of crops you can grow. So it's not something you just show up and do.
Prior to buying a piece of land, we bring in a cadre of specialists to help us vet that land with our farming vision for that land. The first are biologists and herpetologists that help us understand the environmental sensitivities of a piece of land as it relates to the natural resources, habitat for animals, and habitat for plant species. We do not rip fence line to fence line. We set aside many lands to protect species, waterways, and animal habitats so that our orchards can grow naturally around the environment that we found the land in when we purchased it.
One of the ways we conserve water is with micro sprinklers. Each tree has its own sprinkler, and it delivers a pressure compensated amount of water to each tree. And with the rolling hills that we farm in, it's really important that we use this technology to deliver the water where the tree needs it and at the right amount.
I'm excited about the future of technology in farming because really what it allows us to do is keep an eye on a lot of different things, and really it's about time management. So having technology available gives us more time to do other things that are equally as important, such as like advocating agriculture and things of those nature.
Our customers expect environmental stewardship of the highest level. We deliver on that first through air quality. We compost instead of burning because of dust control. Water management, animal well-being, and energy management. We are experts at the smart energy systems and practices that we've put in place.
So some of the newer technologies we're using is soil monitoring, which we have a 5-foot probe in the ground, and it's telling us what our water is doing when we irrigate, so how far it's going down, and our penetration and our soil moisture percentage in the ground.
It's every man's dream, every farmer's dream if you get your son involved. I have it all. I got my grandson too. And they're both excellent farmers. I could see that from the get-go, that I have no problem trying to teach them what I knew. So I let them have their head, and they move and they go and they make it happen, and I realize there's a lot I have to learn. I'm still learning from them.
I like working with my father-in-law and brother-in-law because it's a pretty special experience to be working with family and doing something that you love.
Very fortunate to be able to lean on my grandfather for the last 12 years. He's a wealth of knowledge, and you can sit down and ask him questions all day, and I'd be fortunate to know 10% of what he knows right now. And he's one of those American stories that he came, with his brother, with not much in his pocket, and turned out to be an extremely successful man. And it's pretty neat to have a man like that in your family.
Yeah, it's enjoyable to be involved in a family business. I've got, both my grandfathers were farmers, my uncles are farmers, my dad's a farmer. It's neat to kind of carry on that legacy, because it's not something that everybody does. I think farmers in the United States are less than 1% of the population now.
I know my son Clay is extremely responsible, and he's a good farmer and a good banker. If you're not a banker, you better not be a good farmer. I call them natural-born farmers. They woke up with dirt on their boots, and they never take them off. And when you find a good one, find a good farmer like my son and grandson, you find a good one, you just keep him busy so he doesn't have time to think about something else.